Olivia Cooke rules as Queen Alicent in House of the Dragon, a career-making role for the talented Brit. Here's what you should know about the woman behind the scenes stealing monarch. When you see a young actor land so many successful roles, you wonder where they started and how they prepared for such a wonderful career. In Olivia Cooke's case, it started when she was 8 years old. She told Interview magazine in 2014, "I started acting when I was 8, just doing amateur theater at a place called Oldham Theater Workshop in my hometown. Every single year I was in the ensemble and it was the best time ever, but every year when they'd call out who'd been cast as the lead, I was so disappointed." Cooke finally landed a lead role when she was 17 years old. The show, Prom the Musical, a remake of Cinderella. Many young actors are homeschooled or take classes between scenes, but Olivia Cooke seems to have broken the mold. According to The Independent, her rise to fame was far from typical. She didn't have parents who pushed her to perform or dragged her to auditions. On the contrary, she was the kid who dropped out of school right before her A-levels to chase her big break. She told The Guardian in October 2022, "My mom was a bit worried, but I knew what I wanted even then." Her background in theater definitely helped, however, it probably helped even more to have an agent. Cooke secured representation as a young teen per her Oldham Theater Workshop profile, which put her on the path to appearing in commercials. Blackout follows the story of a councilman who ends up as frontrunner to become mayor of Manchester. The miniseries aired on the BBC in 2012, and it was Olivia Cooke's first professional role. The then 18-year-old played the daughter of Christopher Eccleston, aka the Ninth Doctor on Doctor Who. That same year, she appeared in the miniseries The Secret of Crickley Hall, and she's stayed busy ever since. In 2018, Cooke shared with Radio Times, "My trajectory has been a quick one. It has been an adrenaline rush for the past 6 years." Thousands of teenage girls around the world are obsessed with Harry Styles and would give anything to be able to say Harry Styles gave me a piggyback ride. But not many will get to say it. Olivia Cooke, however, was a proud piggyback passenger. One Direction filmed their boarding school-themed tour video Autumn Term in 2012, and soon after landing her first professional role, Olivia Cooke was a part of it. The promotional video features the band and several girls hanging out on campus. Years later, when asked by MTV about this experience and how excited she had been, she said, "They'd only released their first song, That's What Makes You Beautiful, and I didn't really like it. I didn't care. I was super cool walking into it." Cooke told MTV that her super cool feeling went away pretty quickly, replaced by an urgent desire to return home to her own bathroom.
I remember I was held in a poo all day and I was really constipated so long that I just had really bad bellyache.
Although she dropped out of school before her A-levels, Cooke auditioned for a spot at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London in 2014 when she was 18, but was rejected. She told ID in a 2015 interview, "If I'd gotten in that year, I'd still be there now, and I wouldn't have done any of the work that I have. I got really serious about going to drama school, having the 3 years of training, and then that didn't happen, and this took over, thank God." Later that year, she was cast in the movie The Quiet Ones, an indie horror movie that was a modest success, pulling in $17 million worldwide. It also set Cooke down a path as a horror staple. A&E's Bates Motel was one of the best-reviewed dramas on TV, and among the stars of the Psycho prequel was Olivia Cooke, who told The Guardian that working with Vera Farmiga was one of the highlights of her career. Cooke's role as Emma was her first role in an American production. The experience was full of firsts for the actor. For the filming of the series, she had to move to Vancouver, away from her family, friends, country, and everything she knew. She told The Hollywood Reporter, "It was a big old lovely cocktail, being homesick and not knowing it, having not stopped since I was 18, being on my own for large swaths of time." Cooke had what she called a full mental breakdown, but she kept it a secret from everyone around her. On a more positive note, the star acknowledges her career definitely benefited from taking that plane across the world. She told the Radio Times, "I'm only guessing, and with the benefit of hindsight, but I wonder if I'd stayed here as a working-class northern actress, whether I would have had this career path. In America, my accent's not a thing. I'm just British." Olivia Cooke's next success in the horror genre was 2014's Ouija.
You ever feel like even after someone you love has died, there's still a way you can talk to them?
In an interview with Collider, the actor said the role felt right for her, saying, "I like to play as strong a character as possible, so it really spoke to me. She's a little more serious, and she's got a lot more to deal with than I do. But I've got a 15-year-old sister as well, so I definitely feel that sisterly tough love and that maternal and protective instinct." But she also enjoys portraying characters who are nothing like her. Speaking to Collider about her character in Bates Motel, she said, "She's the most positive character that I've ever played. I'm just not like that. I'm very English and very real and very realistic and pessimistic almost all the time." After her horror hot streak, she took on comedy in Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, going above and beyond for the part. In Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, Cooke played Rachel, the dying girl, and she decided to shave her head in order to bring the character to life. The director, Alfonso Gomez-Rejon, told the Argus, "She really led that charge. It was fascinating to see what shaving her head and then shooting a scene the next day did. She was in the zone. She became Rachel." There was a part of Cooke that struggled with this decision. It was the right thing to do for the movie, but it had emotional repercussions for the star. She told Collider, "I let out this little weird scream because I'd clogged it up so much and then the tears just flowed. It was so unexpected because I had just been laughing 2 minutes before. It was just electric. It was the most amazing experience, but I don't want to repeat it." Her co-star Thomas Mann told film critic Peter Travers that the actual head shaving was filmed and done in character, but ultimately didn't make the final cut. Moving across the world and shaving her head shows how dedicated Olivia Cooke is to her career. She jumps headfirst into every role and does whatever it takes to make sure her portrayal is accurate and the audience can connect with it.
Ruben, you hurt yourself? You hurt me. I'll hurt myself too. I'll hurt myself too.
According to Vanity Fair, it took Cooke 6 weeks to learn to play the guitar for her role in Sound of Metal. When it came to performing, the actor said, "I think we all in the shower imagine that we're performing to 3,000 people, rocking out with a guitar on stage, but the reality of doing that is so much more traumatic." Cooke wasn't the only one who had to learn something new for the movie. Her co-star, Riz Ahmed, spent 7 months learning to play the drums and use American Sign Language. If you think everyone in the world watched Game of Thrones, think again, because Olivia Cooke didn't. She only started watching it when she auditioned for House of the Dragon in 2020. In October 2022, she told The Guardian, "I resist things that are popular, but to my own detriment, because Game of Thrones is really good." After living abroad for many years due to her line of work, Cooke returned to London to heal after a breakup, and in this time of healing, she decided to self-tape her audition for House of the Dragon. She told Interview magazine, "The pros of doing self-tapes is that you can have as many goes as you want. The cons are that you can get too bogged down in your own neuroses. You're trying to give yourself notes and focusing on something that no one else is going to see." It all worked out, of course, with Cooke receiving rave reviews for her performance as Queen Alicent Hightower.